Therefore, whether you eat or drink, or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31. This time, we are going to talk about the appropriation cycle and what food to eat. The appropriation period is from 12 noon to 8 p.m. Is this the only time that we can eat? No, we can eat fruits during the elimination cycle, but we need to eat only one kind of fruit at a time. We can eat one kind of fruit and wait for 20 to 30 minutes before eating another kind of fruit. You may eat plenty of one kind of fruit at a time. However, with bananas, you should wait a full 30 minutes before eating another kind of fruit. Do not eat any fruits after 12 noon or with processed food, and especially not in the evening unless you have not eaten any cooked or processed food for the whole day. Why can't we eat more than one fruit at a time? Fruits by nature are acidic. Citrus fruits are acidic, but when they reach the stomach, they turn into an alkaline. Fruits are cleansers, and vegetables are builders. You cannot cleanse and build at the same time. The natural cleansing properties of fruits will help the elimination process because these properties are readily available for cells to use. This is why fruits are perfect to eat in the morning. The chewing of fruits accomplishes nearly all the digestion needed, and your body will use very little additional energy to complete digestion. Because of this, the elimination cycle is not hampered. What are the proper food combinations, and why are they important? Before we talk about proper food combination, we should discuss digestive juices. We have two types. One is the acid digestive enzyme. The other is the alkaline digestive enzyme. Fruits and vegetables each have their own enzymes that act on them. Acid for fruits and alkaline for vegetables. This is why we cannot combine fruits and vegetables together, except for pears and apples. Pears and apples are neutral and can be eaten with other fruits or vegetables. There are other fruits in the same family. Jicama, pear apple, also known as the Asian pear, avocado, also called the avocado pear or alligator pear, and so on. Unlike fruit enzymes, vegetable enzymes are hard to break down by chewing because their cells are protected by cellulose. This is why we suggest juicing vegetables to break down their cellular walls. According to Deerland Probiotics and Enzymes, quote, "The problem is that most plant proteins and many other nutrients cannot be easily accessed because plant cells are surrounded by cell walls made of cellulose. Since human beings lack the cellulase enzyme, they cannot effectively digest cellulose. As a result, the majority of plant nutrients will pass right through us, unused by our bodies." What about combining proteins and carbohydrates? No, we cannot eat proteins and carbohydrates together because proteins need the acid enzyme and carbohydrates need the alkaline enzyme. If we eat both of them together, both enzymes would need to be present to break them down. Acid and alkaline react with each other and thus cancel each other out. As a result, digestion is compromised. What are some examples of good food combinations? Vegetables can be combined with carbohydrates, and meat goes well with vegetables. You can also eat plenty of salad with a piece of meat, or vegetables with rice. These are all good combinations. Please note that raw vegetables have plenty of enzymes that will supply the necessary digestive juices to break down other substances. What happens to the food that has not been digested in the stomach? Food that is not properly digested in the stomach can ferment and rot and turn to acid. This can lead to excess gas, bloating, and indigestion. Many people suffer from these symptoms for many years because of the incorrect combinations that lead to poor digestion. A note about antibodies. Antibodies are strongest in the body from birth to about age 25, but decline in the years afterwards. Antibodies protect us from sickness, but because of poor diet, some people are subject to sickness and premature aging even before 25. A lack of antibodies is evident in poor skin, poor hair quality, and body weight. Antibodies are designed by God to be in all beings as soon as they are born. It is everyone's duty to replenish these antibodies as they grow. But many of us, even though we have God-given intelligence, do not understand how to care for our bodies. What about exercise? Exercise does help to stimulate the gums, promote salivation, and encourage peristaltic action. But it does not replace dying cells. What about vitamins and dietary supplements? Enzymes, like us, need the right environment. They can only live outside of fruits and vegetables and human cells for a very brief moment, perhaps only seconds, before they die. Any vitamins or supplements in a bottle are already dead and will be merely waste products inside our bodies. Vitamins and supplements may be able to occupy the cells and fill them, but only briefly because there are no enzymes to bind them to the cells. Remember our definition of an enzyme from the first presentation. An enzyme regulates cell metabolism, and without it, no cells will be metabolized. What happens when someone eats and drinks at the wrong time? Failure to observe the body's natural cycle, using improper food combinations, and eating foods lacking in enzymes, all will make you susceptible to sickness. Premature aging and even cancer can be the result. Can we prevent this from happening? Yes. Proper juicing and diet can give you the energy and antibodies to fight disease. Your body is designed to heal itself if you give it the right nutrients. No matter how sick you may be, God has designed your body to heal itself. We need wisdom from God to give us direction in these matters. Would you ever consider living in a dirty and broken down home? So consider what the Holy Spirit thinks of the temple He has on earth. Can juice alone help me to recover from sickness? No, you still need bodily exercise and proper rest. 30 minutes of exercise, 8 hours of rest. Also, plenty of juices are necessary for full recovery. The first month of this discipline will be difficult. But remember, recovery does not need to be boring. You can have fun with fruits and vegetable juices and get well at the same time. I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. Romans 12, verse 1.